So there's been some shocking movements happening in the Pokemon market that I did not expect. And I wanted to talk about these today. And, it's really strange because I remember a couple months ago, like just before the summer started, there was talks all over the place. I mean, I was talking about it too, with the slowdown of sales in the market during the summer. And recently, I've been making so many videos talking about how this market really has not slowed down and all the evidence showing that. And this is just some more evidence showing that the summer really hasn't done really much or anything to this Pokemon market. It stayed very stable. Sales really haven't dropped off much. And we've seen a good amount of things moving upwards. Some things haven't moved up, some things have just stayed stagnant, but nothing has really gone down. And that's a really big thing. But in this video, I wanted to focus on three specific, booster boxes that have been going up recently that I think is worth mentioning. So the first one here, this one's surprising because I did not expect Destined Rivals to really go up much at all. This booster box is starting to go up. It's pretty crazy that I'm saying that because this set is not that old, obviously, right? It's like a month and a half old at this point. But this set has held up so strong. It literally, ever since pretty much being released, has not dropped at all in value. The total set value has been exactly at 2 grand since being released. So, yeah, the set is holding up extremely strong. Now, in a few months, there may be a time where prices start to go down, but the fact that it's been over a month since the set was actually released and it's still the exact same set value, to me, is pretty crazy, and it just shows the strength with this set. Now, if you go to the booster box and you see where the prices are now, lowest listed is $255. Now, that doesn't seem like a big deal, right? You're like, oh, it went up all like $5, $10, who cares? But it's what happens after this, which is kind of crazy. There's like 10 boxes here. Then this starts to go up to $260. Now, the last time this was $260 was just before, or just pretty much at release, right? Like a week after release, this was $260. So that means that this goes back up to its, original high. Now, after this page, which at this point it's hard to gauge because who knows how many people will list, because Destined Rivals still is really new, so a lot of people are still listing. But you look at the next page where this goes to, on just the third page, this goes to 270. Now, if you look at the sales volume for Destined Rivals, it's been extremely consistent within the past month, even during the summer. Look at the sales. Average sold 50 in the past month here. It's pretty crazy. And, it just shows how strong this set is. And if this goes up another $5, $10, I don't think sales volume is really going to drop off that much. So we may, at some point soon here, see this maybe start climbing to 260 to 270. And with a set like this, the set value holding this strong as of right now, it makes, I guess, somewhat sense that it's happening. But I really didn't think at this price point, this booster box, obviously being like a month and a half old, it really wouldn't go up much. Like I thought this would really stay around here for a while, but we're like a month and a half later after the set's been released, and seemingly things might start to move up. So we'll see what happens, but keep your eyes on Destined Rivals booster boxes because these may start moving up. And even another sign that these may move up even more is if you go on eBay. There is pretty much no booster box on eBay for under 250, and this is a indication to me. We have Pete Football. Obviously, everybody knows the seller. He's renowned to be the seller that has the cheapest prices on eBay. That's sort of his thing. And if you go look at his listing, he's selling them for over TCG player market price. Now, to me, that's a sign of something. Because obviously, someone like this has been in the space for a very long time, right? They have experience selling. They know supply, demand. This is obviously a huge seller. And the fact, you can see they have 18 available here, but the fact that they are actually marking up from market price, that kind of shows you this person's attitude towards this set. They probably know how well it sells. Look, they sold 1,400 boxes. And they might know something we don't know. because they aren't selling it for any cheaper. Because usually, the seller will have it a bit cheaper than TCG Player, obviously to capture sales. But the fact that he doesn't have them for even market price, to me, is a sign of something. It's a very strong set. Possibly supply may be an issue. Maybe he's running out. And yeah, he's just like, okay, I see where this is going. It's probably going to go higher. I'm not going to try to, undercut the market a little bit to get extra sales when it's already selling okay. I'm just going to keep it where it's at. And that's my guess. So this is, in my opinion, another pinpoint that, these boxes are going to start going up. Now, next here is a very surprising one. Journey Together. This is probably the most surprising out of all of these because Journey Together cards really have not rebounded in value. They've just consistently gone down. Lilies Clefairy at one point was in the mid 200s. Now it is 130, so it's literally dropped in half since being released. And there's nothing about this set as of right now that really shows like, man, this set is going to start going up in value because the cards really have not. But if you look at the booster box, you can see here, these have gone all the way up now to $215 to even $220. At one point, this was like $195. And for Journey Together to even go up even anything is surprising because there's literally no talks about this set, but it's happening. The booster box is going up in value. I did not sell any of my Journey Together booster boxes. I have every single one I pre-ordered because I was able to get this booster box for under MSRP. I did not sell any because I still think the set is underappreciated and a bit overhated. And personally, I think this set is going to perform a lot better than some people think. And I mean, it's already starting to go up. We haven't really gotten any restocks, which is kind of surprising because you think about it, this set was released in March, right? So it's been a little bit over 3 months at this point since this set has been released. Where are the restocks at? They're probably coming soon, hopefully, but nothing has really happened. So prices, even though they've been pretty flat for a while, I mean, this graph's all jacked up, they've been starting to go up. So pretty, interesting to see that. Now, if you go on eBay, you're really not going to find them much cheaper. There's a seller here that has them for 200, but Pete Football has them listed for basically, or just a little bit under market price here, but they only have 9 available. Now, next, Surging Sparks. So Surging Sparks recently got a reprint like about a month ago, and it started to hit the market, went down for a bit. Cards really haven't been going up or down. They've been pretty much the exact same as they've been for a while now. But the booster box is back to 250. You can see here, this is when the reprint started to hit the market, and you can see all the supply dip down. And you can see now it's starting to go back up. Lowest listed now is 250. And Surging Sparks, it's surprising it's held up this well, to be honest, because the set at this point is not old, but the hype definitely seemingly isn't all there. But still, sales volume has been pretty strong. I mean, for a box this expensive and relatively new, Surging Sparks is still showing signs. It's a pretty strong set. And if you go on eBay, you're not really going to find much of a sale. You may get $5 off here. This is Pete Football's listing, I believe. And yeah, but the main one I wanted to emphasize in this video is Destined Rivals. How this set is only a month and a half old and already being so expensive. It seemingly is going to start going up here, but maybe it's too early to say. But I mean, in my opinion, there's just so many signs here that this is probably going to start moving up to 260s, 270s, and I think also this being a pinpoint of information. Pete Football usually listing for under market, listing for over market price. I think Destined Rivals, if we get no restocks here, which I mean we haven't even gotten Journey Together restocks, right? These may start going up because the card prices have not fallen. They're holding super strong. And, with no supply, with no sealed product, and card prices staying this strong, and people consistently are still buying this product, as you can see here, sales volume super consistent within the past month, we might start seeing these go up, which is pretty ridiculous. So, I'm not telling you guys to buy this right now because it's going to start going up. I bought very few, even in like the 220s. I don't believe buying at this high of a price point with this new of a set really is that great of an idea, even though it is a very good set. Probably going to be one of the top performers, if not the top performer of this era in terms of booster boxes. But obviously, it's so new, reprints, all those sorts of things. No one knows what's going to happen. You don't want to go heavy into this at this price point, and especially if you're buying at market as of right now. I don't really feel a need for you guys, if you want to buy this at 250, 260, I don't really think you need to do that. For me, I just picked a few up at 220s because it was a bit under market. Whatever, I want to have a few. But at 250s, I really wouldn't be picking this up. But it is worth noting that these seemingly are going to start moving up here. So that's all I want to share with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.